Hello Open round of 16 women singles. Putri Vardani will be against Malaysia's Kisona. Head to head, if we see, two times Vardani has already won against Kisona, and rankings difference you can see here 7 and 88. So huge difference between those, I will say, the rankings. First of all, let me discuss one thing regarding Vardani. She's a performer, proper woman singles performer. She's type of player who reminds me gameplay of, I will say that, times when Tai Zuing. No, I'm not comparing her with Tai Zuing and Rachno Kentanong or these players. These players used to give some classic badminton women singles, like so many longer rallies, putting so much of pressure on their opponent, so many different things. Vardani has that type of gameplay. But talking about what is she going on after World Championships, is her gameplay is going a little bit downwards. I thought that finally Vardani is performing way better, and now she will be in multiple quarterfinals, multiple semi-finals. This was my clear thought when she defeated PV Sindhu in World Championships. PV Sindhu is a crazy good attacking player. Defeating her was a tough thing, and Putri Vardani did that. But talking about after what happened after that, Vardani isn't been able to perform at that level. I'm really looking forward for Vardani to perform some great matches in this particular Hilo Open. Reason is simple. It is Super 500. So many big names, like there is no Chen Yufei, there is no An Seung. Big names are not here. It is perfect time for every other players who are unable to perform in Super 1000, Super 750. Perfect timing to perform here and get to semi-finals or finals. So I am really looking forward for Vardani to perform a crazy good match here. Next match is between Malaysia's Letsana, and she will be against Mia from Denmark. Mia, she gave some of the crazy good matches in last 1 or 2 months against An Seung and some other players too. But last week or last to last week when she was against An Seung, maybe it was France Open, I think so, French Open last week, when An Seung literally destroyed Mia. And I was thinking like, man, she did perform crazy good matches last to last week and before that too. But what happened against An Seung, I was not even thinking that. I was even expecting a third set when she was against An Seung. So it was unexpected. And talking about Letsana, from long time, Letsana is trying to perform. She is trying to give, look, whatever is going on in a Malaysian badminton, one thing is clear: men's doubles is clearly rising. Every other men's doubles pair is rising. Women's doubles, there is the Perlitan and Thinna, but not other players after Perlitan and Thinna. So, and in men's singles, there are few players only. Leong John Hao, then NG Zeong is injured right now. There are just few players, and those players are unable to go into quarters and semis. And talking about women's singles, it is just, I will say that, a little bit empty. Empty in sense that players are unable to go into quarters or semis. So this is the thing that Malaysia's badminton is a little bit lacking, and I really want Letsana to perform here and defeat Mia. She can perform. I have seen her gameplay, little bit stable gameplay. But what happened last week? Last week she was against, I think so, Anmol Kaur or Unnati Huda. I think so Unnati Huda was there against her. So that match was extended to a third set, and I was expecting a straight 2-set win. But that's completely fine. Just leave that thing. And right now, what I want from Letsana is at least a third set against Mia. Mia is having momentum. So performing against Mia will be the best thing that Letsana can do. And I think every country should perform in every other categories too. Like there are 5 categories. Whenever you see China, they will perform in every other categories. Take mixed doubles, women's doubles, men's doubles, take any category, China is performing. So I want every other countries like Indonesia, like Malaysia, every other countries to get at that level of China. I know it is tough, but performing and giving tough matches against Chinese players, against top rated players, should be the goal. The next men's doubles match is between Indonesian pair Gutama and Isfahani. Against will be Popov brothers. Popo brothers defeated Sai and Prithvi from India in straight 2 sets. And talking about Gautama and Esfahani, they defeated France players Adam and Rosie. Easy match for them. I am not thinking that it was tough and everything. Both players, Popo brothers was having a easy match too, and Gautama Esfahani also had easy match. But talking about this two pair head to head, they haven't been against each other. Ranking wise, if we discuss that 11th rank is Gautama and Esfahani, and Popo brothers are at 19. I have discussed about Popo brothers that how they are getting tired between men's singles and men's doubles too. This is the thing. Yesterday we all saw that how Christo Popov is getting tired. He is literally giving his best in last 1 or 2 months, going into multiple semis, multiple finals, quarterfinals, giving crazy good matches against Anthony Ginting, Cho Tin Chen. Crazy good matches, but that is putting load in his body. Yesterday when he was against Sen Lakshya, it was clearly visible. And even men's doubles too, when they were Christo Popov and Toma Juno Popov in doubles, when they were performing against their opponents, Indian pair Sai and Prithvi, their body language was clearly shown that they are looking a little bit tired, because Toma Junior also playing men's singles too. This is the thing you pay when you are playing two men's singles and men's doubles too. This is the thing. I've discussed about this thing in my multiple videos, that they have to choose between men's singles and men's doubles if they want to be in top 2 or top 3. They will be in top 5 or top 6 sooner or later. I bet you they will be in top 6 or top 7 sooner or later. In men's singles, of course, they are in top 10, but to get into top 3 and top 2, they need to select anything. These are just my views. I'm talking about Gautama and Esfahani. They are looking good, and their old form is coming little bit, I will say that later. I was expecting them to get back around World Championships, but that's completely fine. It doesn't matter, they are coming back right now or after that. Indonesian pair, whenever I am watching any men's doubles of Indonesian pair, I always get mesmerized that how good they are. Alfian and Fikri, literally they are destroying every other opponents right now. And talking about every other, Ardianto, Hita, what a gameplay they are showing. So this is the thing, who will be winning here? Look, if Popo brothers are completely, I will say that, recovered, whatever happened with Christo Popov yesterday, if they are completely recovered, I will bet you that they have chance to beat Gautama and Esfahani in a third set. They can do it, but if they are not recovered properly, Gautama and Esfahani can defeat them in straight 2 sets too. So next match is between one of my men's doubles favorite players, Manti, and they will be against Fernando and Maulana from Indonesia. Few moments ago when I discussed about Indonesian men's doubles pair, and right now again one more crazy good Indonesian men's doubles pair, Fernando and Maulana. Fernando and Maulana defeated Ong Tio in straight 2 set. I discussed it in my last 1 or 2 week videos too, that Ong Tio are not looking at that level that they used to perform. They are around 30 or 31 rank, I don't remember perfectly, but they got defeated in straight 2 set. I was at least expecting a third set. The gameplay of Ong Tio is not that weak that they got defeated against Fernando and Maulana in straight 2 set. At least a third set you expect from Ong Tio. But that's completely fine right now, because Fernando and Maulana were better players. And talking about Manti, they defeated their own country players, Arif and Yep. Match extended to a third set. I will not discuss this match in detail because both were own country players and both are crazy good players. But Manti, they are showing that yes, if you focus on Chiaso, goes, then we are next pair too who can perform crazy good matches. In last 5 or 6 months ago, when I uploaded a video in my Hindi channel, I discussed about Man and T, how they are improving and everything. So many people asked me that how you are saying that Man T are improving, how you are putting so much of faith in them. I have always discussed one thing, that whenever a player, or I will say that a pair, is playing in men's doubles or any mixed doubles or any doubles gameplay, one thing that is important, most important, is the coordination. And the coordination of Manti I have always liked, and they are crazy good players too. And the addition of Harry in Malaysia's men's doubles gameplay, it is just, I will say that they were Manti, Chiaso, Gosdin. These are top rated players from last many years, before Harry too. But after Harry came, there is just 1 point advantage for every other pairs. Finally, let's talk about another men's doubles pair, Go Hesdin. I have discussed about them in my I don't know how many videos that they were my favorite players from 2024. Crazy good performers, and I've discussed about them. You know that. And they defeated Scotland players Dun and Pringle in straight to set. Expected thing from them as they are world number fours, and they are there against Daniel and Mats. They are from Denmark. They defeated France players Mayo and Villager in straight two set. So this is the thing. And talking about Denmark players, I want to discuss about them. Man, sometimes head to head, by the way, head to head is 1-all. Both have won 1-1 against each other. One thing that other I will say that European, or I will say that Western players or Western men's doubles player are improving so much, like England players Lane and Wendy. Man, what a improvement! Winning tournaments and again performing was the thing that I was looking forward to for from Western players. Like in men's doubles, Esteban Rasmussen has, I will say that, dominated men's doubles from long time against Chinese players, against men's Indian players, against Indonesian players. Take any other players, Esteban Rasmussen has that domination. But I wanted more players from West. I look, one thing that I always want is that every country who is participating, example India, Indonesia, Thailand, any other country, what I expect from every other countries is one simple thing: making players who can dominate at world level. Every country should have at least one or two players in every categories. Like for an example, when you talk about every Indonesia, they are so much, I will say that, dominating in men's doubles. But talking about men's singles, there is Jonathan Christie and Anthony Ginting. Alvi Farhan is performing right now, but few players. Talking about women's singles, Vardani, not more, much more players. And women's doubles, there was Harahav and Ramadanti. Except them, there were few players who used to perform. In mixed doubles, there was Pravin Jordan, and man, that Pravin Jordan's gameplay was few years back, so there was a huge gap. Talking about if we compare it with Chinese players, Chinese country players, you can see multiple mixed doubles players, multiple women's doubles players. You get the point what I am saying. I really want every country to have bench strength, like they can perform at that level. And coming back to this topic, Estrup and Rasmussen, they used to dominate men's doubles, and right now they are dominating too. Whenever they are performing, they are favorites to go at least to quarterfinals and semifinals. And same thing I really want from every other Western players, like here Mats and Daniel are performing. How the Grimley brothers were from Scotland, that was completely different thing. France players, Popo brothers, are evolving their gameplay. That is good. Every country should dominate, or I will say that at least give a fight at international level. This is the thing that I always look forward to in every countries. Popo brothers literally destroying their opponents. But talking about this pair, Daniel and Mats, can go defeat them. I will say that maybe tough, maybe, but majority of the chances are that 70 to 80% chances are that the world number 4's Golden will defeat Daniel and Mads in straight 2 set. I will be surprised if match will extend to a third set, because the image of Golden in my mind is that dominating Golden from 2024. Every other gameplay of them, like they're getting a little bit defensive, they are getting a little bit more really gameplay and everything. I don't expect that. Main thing that I want from Golden, their attacking gameplay for 2024. Man, that Golden was completely different. And yes, if that Golden comes back, or they do a comeback against Kim Seo, I bet you they can give a tough fight to Kim Seo. I'm not 100%, but there are few chances that they can even defeat Kim Seo too if 2024's Golden do a comeback, proper comeback. They are here, they are performing crazy good badminton here too. But let's just see what will be the result of this particular Hilo Open tournament.